Nonlinear system tools.
Hello and welcome. My name is Fiona, and I will be your synthesized guide in the process of creating mega-complex stories with branching storylines using the Nonlinear System Tools Editor. The final result of this guide will be a simple story called Spook's Adventures, offering 3 different choices that the reader can make, which will eventually lead him to different outcomes. The basic component of each story is the state. The state represents a single moment in time in your story. When a character has an argument with someone or enters a room or even jumps over rooftops, or encounters either friends or enemies, or maybe plants a bomb and runs away from it, all these represent a single state in the story. When a state is active, that means that it's currently happening. When a state is available, that means that all prerequisites are met for this state to happen. The only thing left is for the reader to make the decision to do something and activate the state. Multiple states may be available at any point, composing the available choices the reader may make. When you open the NST Editor for the first time, you will get a window like this one. Each time you start the NST Editor, a new story is created for you automatically. To create a new story manually, you need to click on File, and then on New. To view all states present in your story, you have to open the States browser, and you do this by clicking on Window and then on States browser. You can move and dock the window by clicking and dragging the title bar. An empty docked States browser basically looks like this. To create a new state, you need to click on the leftmost button inside the States browser. The newly created state will have a randomly generated name, and the state browser will look something like this. To edit a state, first select it, right-click on it and select Edit. A new window will pop up called the State Editor. You can move and dock this window same as with the state browser. The state editor for the state you are editing should look like this. You should enter a descriptive name for the state because you want to be able to reference it later. The name is relevant only to you as an author. For our example, we will name it Spook Enters Alley. The situation is the text that appears when the state is active. This is the description of the situation you have in the current moment in time. You can edit the situation in your favorite text editor. For this example, we will use Notepad because it is most commonly available. Right-click on the situation box and select Edit with Notepad. A new Notepad window will open which you can move and dock, same as with other windows inside NST. Enter the following text in the Notepad window that opened. You steer into a dark New York alley. Northwards, you see police officers coming towards you. They have police dogs with them in an attempt to track you down. Eastwards, you see another alley, and with it comes a chance to run for it. Westwards, you have a fire escape which you may attempt to climb. What is your next step? Hit Save inside Notepad and close the Notepad window. After you've done this, the state editor should look like this. Hit the Update button inside the state editor. At this point, the state's changes are propagated in the system and you will be able to see your changes. To test what you've done, you need to open the window called Read in Editor. You do this by clicking on Window and then on Read in Editor. At this point, the Read in Editor should look like this. This is the immediate preview to help you quickly preview your changes to the story paths. The simplest way to create choices is to hit the Create Choice button inside the State Editor. Clicking this button will create a new state with its dependencies already set to the state in which you hit the Create Choice button. So, the newly created state will depend on the source state. Click this button on the Spook Enters Alley state. A new state will be created. Name this state Spook Charges Cops and enter the following text in the situation field. You charge the police officers and their dogs barehanded. You quickly realize that you don't stand a chance alone. They put you to the ground and swiftly arrest you. Hit Save inside Notepad and close the Notepad window. Hit the Update button to propagate the changes. And restart the story by clicking on System and then Reset, or you can also hit F5 on the keyboard. The result should look like this. Now, the button is named Continue. We want to change it to something more meaningful. To do this, in the State Editor, scroll to Dialog Statements. There, from the drop-down select the option, __all, and hit the plus button. A new entry will appear in the list below. Change the dialog statement to, charge the cops. Then hit update on the state. The final result should look something like this. This process can be repeated a couple of more times. Create a choice from Spook Enters Alley. Name it Spook Runs Eastwards and add the following situation. You make a run for it eastwards. The police dogs are faster than you. They catch you before you can make it over the fence on the other side. You are arrested and taken into custody. Add a dialog statement for __all, named, Make a Run for It. Create another choice from Spook Enters Alley. Name it Spook Takes the Stairs and add the following situation. You climb the fire escape stairs and go inside an apartment through the window. It's a lavish apartment like you never would have expected in this part of town. It's dark, but there is a strange light coming from behind the bookshelves. What will you do? Add a dialog statement for __all, named, Take the Stairs. After you have completed all the steps, reset the system by hitting F5 on the keyboard. The Read in Editor window should look something like this. You can click on any of the choices inside the Read in Editor to test if everything is leading to the correct situation. That's all for this video. My name is Fiona, and I will catch you next time.
Nonlinear system.